At this point, my entire heart just drops. I run downstairs, I go to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, they just hit me up about the show. She's excited, she lit up, she's smiling, and I'm like, Mom, they said I couldn't do it. And her whole facial expression changed. My mom doesn't even curse, and she's like, what the F do you mean? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but they said I couldn't do the show, they're not moving me forward. At that point, I ran back upstairs, and that's when it all hit me. I literally started screaming and crying. Why? Why? I worked my ass off. I've been called for 4 TV shows in my life, but this one was different. I felt ready. I did everything I had to do to prepare for this moment. Why does this keep happening to me? It's January 5th, 2024. 2 days before I'm about to get on a flight for the biggest opportunity of my life. I'm talking about Netflix. The night before, I got my hair freshly dyed and braided, and then this morning, I finally went downstairs to grab the suitcases and start packing. I headed back up to my room. My blinds are open, the room is bright. I'm excited, y'all. I'm looking at my new pink coats that I just bought, and my TV outfit is crazy. I'm excited, but I'm nervous because I know how much this moment means for me. I'm talking about I've been preparing for this for over a decade. So as I began packing, right, ding, that's it. The email just popped up, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I stopped packing and I run over to my phone and I'm like, okay, breathe, Nia, breathe. This is your time. You've been preparing for this. Let's go. As soon as I pick up my phone, I go to the email and the first word I saw was unfortunately. Wait, this can't be right. I'm very confused. I mean, I've been preparing for this opportunity for 6 months straight. Wardrobe, contracts, everything you can think of. This literally can't be. And then my mind starts going everywhere. I'm like, okay, is it because I told him I had a hernia surgery? I mean, technically I did just have a hernia surgery 2 months before. But I'm okay, I'm a warrior, I fight through anything. So I pick up my phone again as if the word unfortunately will magically disappear. And I read it, and it's still there. At this point, my entire heart just drops. I run downstairs, I go to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, they just hit me up about the show. She's excited, she lit up, she's smiling, and I'm like, Mom, they said I couldn't do it. And her whole facial expression changed. My mom doesn't even curse, and she's like, what the F do you mean? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but they said I couldn't do the show, they're not moving me forward. At that point, I ran back upstairs, and that's when it all hit me. I literally started screaming and crying. Why? Why? I worked my ass off. I've been called for 4 TV shows in my life, but this one was different. I felt ready. I did everything I had to do to prepare for this moment. Why does this keep happening to me? I'm up there screaming and crying. My mom and dad walks in the room. They're trying to hug and comfort me, and I can't even hear anything that they're saying because my mind is just going blank. I can't believe this just happened. I'm heartbroken. At that point, I just had to take a nap. I took a nap, and then a few hours passed. I woke up still feeling every single emotion you can think of. Anger, sadness. I walked over to my bedroom, my studio room that's right next to my bedroom, and I felt the urge to pull up some old videos from when I first started rapping. I'm looking at my younger self and I start crying all over again. And I look at her and I say, Nia, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because I know how hard you work for this. That little girl just wanted to be a star. She had so much ambition. And I just don't understand why this keeps happening. As I'm in there crying, my mom walks in, and I look at her and say, Ma, I don't get it. I feel like God is teasing me sometimes. Like, why every time I get so close to accomplishing something, it never happens? At this point, I'm just truly convinced that music is over for me. It has to be. The signs are there. And then after that, life just got really, really hard. I mean, I tried to just walk and act like I was okay and mask the pain. I tried to do everything I could to keep busy, but a lot of people didn't know the opportunity I just lost. And I'm sitting here trying to stay busy and act as if nothing happened, but I'm not really getting booked for shows, so now I'm really convinced music is over. And it was a hard few months. Then we fast forward to August of 2024. And what I thought was hard before, it got way harder at this point. It's August 27th, 2024. I'm at the grocery store just shopping. I look down at my phone to see what else I needed to grab in the store. As I went to take my next step, whoa, I feel off. I feel like I could pass out. I feel like I can collapse. I'm like, no, you're tripping. You just have a lot on your mind, relax. I look back down at the list, let me see what I need to grab, and then I took another step. But at this point, I'm really like wobbly. I'm like, okay, no, something's not right. I looked around at everyone in the store, and I'm like, okay, if I was to pass out, who do I think would help me? And because I didn't know, I slightly pushed the cart to the side, and I slowly walked out of the store. I'm talking about very slow motion. I got outside to my car, and I immediately called my mom. I said, Mom, something's not right. I can't really walk. She came to pick me up, and then she's like, maybe it's your iron. Is your iron super low? And I'm like, yeah, well, it's super low. So we went to go get iron pills, and then I just went home to rest. The next morning, as I began to try to walk again, I still felt the wooziness and wobbly feeling. I'm like, Mom, this is not normal. This is not right. We have to go to the hospital. We gather our things to go to the hospital, and what I thought would be a quick hospital visit turned into a 4-day stay. They're doing scans, blood work, all types of tests that you can think of. I'm scared out of my mind because what is all of this? Thank God every test came back, clear, because at some point they were nervous that I might have had a stroke, but everything came back clear, so they let me go. But I still don't feel right. I mean, I'm still walking. I can't really walk. I don't really have a balance. And then at some point I began using the cane because I literally could not keep my balance. And let's just say for 9 months after that, I saw every single specialist you can think of. A neurologist, cardiologist, ophthalmologist, rheumatologist, physical therapist. What is all of this? I'm losing my mind because where did this come from? And I just don't understand. I was always quite healthy, so why is this happening now? But I had to just keep pushing through, and I stayed prayed up. Even while using the cane, at some point I had to get a heart monitor. It was a very, very, very scary time for me. And at this point, I'm really trying my hardest not to slip into a depression. I'm even telling my mom I can't even sleep in my bedroom anymore. So that's when she decided to give me a blow-up bed for the studio room. I started sleeping in my studio because I had to get back to my creative self. I had to look at the girl that was on the big backdrop in the room and get back to her. She doesn't give up. So despite what you're going through, keep pushing, Nia. You got it. I started writing down affirmations. I am healthy. I will be okay. All of these different things. Then we fast forward to February of 2025. I'm at home watching the Grammys with my brother. And as I'm watching the Grammys, I'm like, I need a Grammy. I started working on my new EP called Honey, I'm Home. This project is very meaningful. It's my stamp, my return. I'm back in action, nothing can stop me, even though I wasn't really there yet. I don't even leave the house unless it's for an appointment, so my anxiety is through the roof. But since I started to write again, I started to start moving around and go to the studio a little bit more. And in this process of me trying to move around, I get a random email one day from Team Racine. And they're like, hey, Nia, we would love to book you for our District of Pride showcase. I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. I done turned down so many shows. I mean, I could barely stand up straight. Should I do it? I'm talking to my brother. My brother's like, Nia, do it. Do it. Do it scared, do it uncertain, but do it. So I quickly agreed to the email, but then I'm like, girl, what the hell did you just do? Why did you just do this? But I'm like, I have to start moving. I've been in the house for too long, and it's messing with my mental. So you know what I did? I committed to it. I took up my sick bed, which is a scripture. In the Bible, John 5:8 says, take up the sick bed and walk, and that's exactly what I did. I started to walk a little bit more, started to move around. I recorded and finished my project, And then next thing you know, it is May. It's show day, May 28th, 2025. I wake up and I'm like so emotional this day because I've been praying to get back on stage. Still not sure how this is going to go at all. As I'm getting ready, I'm in the studio and I'm just listening to music and a song comes on my playlist, Brighter Day by Kirk Franklin. I immediately started crying. That's a gospel song and it's a very meaningful song to me. My mom comes out of her room, she sees me crying, I hug her, I said, Mom, this is what we wanted, this is what we prayed for so long. I give her a hug, she heads to work, and then I just start getting ready for the soundtrack. I get ready for the soundtrack, I head out, me and my brother head up there, and then it's officially time. I'm about to see how I'm gonna act when I get on the stage. Am I gonna pass out? What's gonna happen? Because it's been months. So they call me for sound check. I'm trying to act all regular. They play my music, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, something came over me. The girl that I thought was gone, the girl that thought she would never get back on stage ever again, just killed that sound check. I'm talking about I went out there and nailed it. Like, what just happened? Like, what was all of this? For all of these months, I went out there and performed like my life depended on it. And then it's time for the actual show. I thought I killed that sound check, but then when it was showtime, oh, I ate it up, no shade. I ate it up. I came from the audience, I go on the stage, I'm rapping, I'm feeling good. And then I'm like, dang, I just did that in so long. It's actually been a year since I performed, so I'm like, oh my gosh. I go backstage, someone taps my shoulder, they say, hey, we would love to interview you for our documentary. I'm like, okay, so we go to the room for the documentary, and they're just asking me questions. They're like, what does this moment mean to you? What does being on this stage today mean to you? And that's when it hit me. May 28, 2025 is 9 months from when I first got admitted into the hospital. I started crying once again. But not only am I crying, I'm crying, my friend crying, the videographer helper crying. We all in there just a mess. Because I'm telling my testimony, and I'm like, y'all, I really didn't think I'll be back on stage. And it just hit me. We don't understand why God put us through the things that he put us through. We'll never understand it. And sometimes it's just to make our story that much more inspirational. So here I am today, back on stage, moving around again. Honey, I'm home. Thank you.